A Pakistan court will pronounce its verdict against the mastermind of the 26/11 terror attack and UN-designated global terrorist Hafiz Saeed. Today, the verdict on 2 terror financing cases is scheduled to be announced in the presence of Hafiz Saeed. The question is, will Saeed be convicted and serve a long jail term? As over the last 2 decades, Saeed has been arrested over a dozen times, but he has never been convicted of any crime by Pakistan. The cases against the Jamaat-ud-Dawah, or his JUD, and its chief Hafiz Saeed were filed by the Counter-Terrorism Department in Lahore and Gujranwala. The cases against Saeed were registered in July last year. A total of 23 FIRs were filed against 13 individuals belonging to the JUD, Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Falai Insaniyat Foundation. 11 of these 23 FIRs directly named Hafiz Saeed as the culprit. These FIRs said that the Jamaat-ud-Dawah was financing terrorism from the massive funds it collected through non-profit organizations and trusts. Some of these organizations are the Al-Anfal Trust, Dawatul Irshad Trust and Moz bin Jabal Trust. All of these organizations are already under a ban by the Counter-Terrorism Department. Now, the ban was placed in April last year after the CTD found the organization's links with the Jamaat-ud-Dawah. Saeed, the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, has been arrested 16 times in the past and released every single time by Pakistan. Joining us live now is WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik. He's joining us live from Lahore, and for more on this story, Anas, many times we've seen Hafiz Saeed being arrested by Pakistan and he was released every time. This time, can we finally say that Hafiz Saeed will be convicted?
Well, Shobit, it's a bit too early to speculate whether he would be convicted or not, but if at all he is convicted, it would be the first ever conviction in 2 decades of the globally designated terrorist Hafiz Saeed, and the person who is said to be the mastermind of the 2008 Mumbai attacks as well. But if I just walk you through, since 2001 to date, Hafiz Saeed has been arrested and released at least 16 times. This is the 17th time this arrest and release has been this arrest has been done. By and large, if we talk about within the Pakistani dispensation. Now, if you talk about this particular case, these two cases, they were registered on the 1st and 2nd of July by the CTD, Lahore, and the Counter-Terrorism Department of Gujranwala. They had alleged that Saeed was directly involved in a terror financing through 5 shell organizations, and that he should be charged for it. Now, on the 30th of November, the trial formally began, and they wanted to press charges for it. On 11th of December, the CTD Lahore pressed charges and they indicted Saeed in the terror financing case that was registered in Lahore. So subsequently, the CTD Gujranwala, the case in Gujranwala was also heard at the ATC Lahore. It was transferred to ATC Lahore, and then it was in that particular case, Saeed was indicted on the 20th of December. About 9 days, the difference was the case was heard on daily basis. 23 prosecution witnesses testified against Hafiz Saeed and the fact that he was using shell organizations for terror purposes. And day before yesterday, on the 6th of February, the court has reserved verdict. Now, just some moments ago, Hafiz Saeed has been brought to the court premises, to the registry, to the anti-terror court, and in a while from now, we can see that at any moment the court can be called in by Judge Arshad Hussain Bhatta. The court can be called in, and then Saeed can be formally, the verdict can formally be announced. Yes, sir, Shobit.
Absolutely. Anas, India has provided dossiers after dossiers, proof after proof of Hafiz Saeed being the mastermind of the 26/11 Mumbai terror attack. Pakistan has failed to act. Hafiz Saeed still has not been convicted for that. Now, Hafiz Saeed has already been declared a global terrorist, isn't it? More importantly for Pakistan, it's important that they show that they are tackling the menace of terror financing that cripples Pakistan. Pakistan is already in the FATF grey list, and how important is it for Pakistan to show the global community that they are taking action on curbing this terror financing?
Well, Shobit, it won't be wrong to say that it's a matter of life and death for Pakistan, for the survival of Pakistan, whether it continues to remain on that grey list or goes on to or slips to the blacklist, because in exactly 8 days from now, the next Sunday is when the FATF plenary meeting is all scheduled to go. Now, this move, if at all he is convicted, if at all, then it would be widely looked up in context of the FATF plenary meet and not with the India Connect. Though there would be some chest thumping we're expecting, and there would be some spin that would be given by the Pakistani side, as a matter of fact, that they would want to mend ties, and that they have been cracking down. Now, if I take you back in time, in September, the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan, he had said the same as well, that they are trying to eliminate these extremist elements or these rogue elements, and they do not support that the Pakistani government or the Pakistani state as a state policy do not support these jihadi elements. So, as I said, it would be a historic decision. It's a big day at the Lahore Anti-Terror Court, and Hafiz Saeed, who has been brought to the court, in a while from now, any time, the time has been slated between 11 p.m. Pakistan time and 3:30 p.m. Pakistan time. So in about between this time window, in about 8 hours, is that what time window begins, and then it can go up till 3:30. So in that time window is when we're expecting the verdict to be announced. We're yet to see. As I said, it's a sub judice matter. It's something that cannot be speculated. It's too early to speculate. But all eyes on this, on the anti-terror court of Judge Arshad Hussain Bhatta. Yes, Shobit.
Absolutely. Anas getting us all the latest in just a short while from now. We expect the verdict as far as this terror financing case is concerned. Will Pakistan finally convict Hafiz Saeed? That is the big question after failing to do so, having arrested him 16 times in the past. But so far, Hafiz Saeed has not been convicted. Anas, we'll keep coming back to you. As Anas was telling us, Hafiz Saeed is already in court. We expect the verdict shortly. And you must stay with WION for all the latest updates on that front.